Hello, how are we doing today, guys? It's 3 o'clock. It's time for us to get started for our WTO today. So again, I'm using the Bosey ball, but everything I do on a Bosey ball can be done on a chair, just so you know. We're going to start there. And then I have this bike set up today. We're not going to go biking, although I'm sure some of us would like to. I'm going to use that also as a chair replacement for some stability work on our hips afterwards. So everything that I show you on these two items, you can do from a chair. Obviously, I'm in the fitness center, so I didn't want to bring a chair in on the wood floors. So I'm going to use the Bosey ball and the bike for those two items. So again, you can use a chair for everything that I have here, okay? We're going to start off actually in the chair, okay? First thing I want to do, I know we've been sitting all day. So let's work on that lower back a little bit. And what we're going to do is actually take our leg, put that ankle, cross it basically right on top of the knee right here, and then basically push that knee down, okay? And kind of get that stretch in that hip flexor a little bit on the inside, push it down, and then from there, you're going to fall forward, and you should feel that stretch in that side hip, and then also lower back, okay? And just kind of hold that for 20 seconds or so, and just try to relieve some of that tension out of that hip from sitting for so long. Nice. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to take, again, bring that ankle up just above the knee, okay? We're going to take hand on that knee, press it down to get that stretch on that hip flexor. And now from here, falling forward, okay? Should feel that in that lower back and side hip area, okay? Depends which is tightest. If you're really tight like me in your hips, you're going to feel that in your hips. But if you're pretty loose in the hips, you should feel that stretch in that lower back, glutes, piriformis a little bit, okay? And you can hold this for like 20 seconds. Good. Now just one more simple stretch from the chair. We're just going to come up, take that knee, bring it into your chest, just hold. Just try to bring that as high as you can. And open up that glute. And same thing other side. So grabbing that knee, pulling up. There you go. Just nice and simple. Good. We got a little bit of a stretch on out of our chair. Let's step out of our chairs now. Push the ball over to the side. So again, I have the bike, but you just use your chair as the same thing. So basically, I'm going to take a hold of the top of my chair. I'm going to grab my ankle, okay, right here. And then basically, I want to now hold my balance on the other foot as best I can. Also stay straight and upright. And then just pull that ankle back and stretch that quad. Okay. If you can't quite grab the ankle, at least try to grab the foot at a bare minimum. If you can't grab the foot, then what I want you to do is actually just try to take that foot while you're reaching back for it, and then just move that foot toward your glute and start that stretching activity so you can eventually grab your ankle like this. Okay. Hold for a few more seconds, and let's go to the other side. Again, try to keep the body upright so you actually get that stretch in that quad and in that hip flex. So now let's get a little bit of activation in our hips. Again, we're going to hold the top of our chair. Basically, I want you to take the leg, gain a little bit of balance on the foot that's planted, and then I basically want you to slowly start kicking that leg forward to back as far as you can. Notice the speed that I am going. I'm not forcing it. I'm not kicking per se. I'm controlling the movement. I'm feeling that range of motion. And I really want to feel my leg go through that range of motion in my hip socket. We want to do this about 10 times. As far forward and as far back. So what you want to avoid is this right here. Don't get me wrong. This actually does serve a purpose, but it's not the goal we're trying to accomplish right now. Just trying to get a little activation in that hip, rotation through that socket. We're not about to go play sports right now. So we just want to get that opened up a little bit. Same thing other side. As far forward and back. Keeping that leg straight. Again, depends where you're tightest, where you'll feel this. If you're really tight in the hamstring, it's going to be on this forward movement you feel it. If you're tight in your glutes, side hip, it's going to be that back portion. Like me, that's where I'm most tight. So I really only get to my leg about right there, okay? So it depends where you're tightest is where you're going to feel this the most. Again, nice and controllable, not sporadic kicking, using that hip to bring that leg forward and back. Good. Now we're going to do pretty much the same exact thing, but just straight out to the side laterally. This is a nice little simple side hip engagement strengthening tool. Really simple, but really effective. We sit all day, we don't use that side glute anymore. It becomes dormant. So it's really important just to do simple little exercise like this, just to get it activated, okay? Same thing other side. So a chair, obviously might have some space right there. Just step behind it or in front of it. Use this as a bracing to get that side lateral movement. So now we got kind of full activation through our hips a little bit. Want to create a little bit more movement. This is kind of a combination of both activation and stretching. But we're holding our chair. So if you're holding your chair, the backside would be like this. I actually want you facing the opposite of your backside chair. So the legs would be on this side, chair's facing that direction. You're going to be facing this direction. And the reason being, we're going to use our chair for balance, but we want to actually try to kick that leg in a circle as much as we can. So we're going to kick that leg in a circle. Now, if you've done this before and you're really comfortable, you can actually use your chair. This is too high. I'll be honest, I can't do it. Hold on. Let's grab the bogey ball. It's actually too high for me. If you've done this before and you have good balance, this is a great little technique to get a little bit of range of motion through your hips, and you're just stepping over the ball one after another, okay? Again, not everybody can do that. Use the chair. You're just going to kick one leg, one direction. Good. So most of us can kick with switch legs. For those of us that struggle with balance a little bit, try to keep that foot off the ground so you actually develop that other foot as much as possible as far as balance and stability while you hold the other one up. Okay. Now let's try to get the other range of motion. So what you're going to do, I'm going to do this for just demonstrating purposes. You stay the same direction with your chair. But you're going to bring that hip up, out as far as you can, and then bring it back in front. So out as far as you can, up and out in front. Notice I kept my hips shifted forward. I didn't move my hips with my leg like this. We don't want to do that. Just out, up, keep those hips shifted forward and out. This is a great hip flexor and range of motion movement. Good. Other side. You keep those hips shifted forward so you're actually getting the range of motion through your hip and you're not cheating it. Again, when you move the whole body with it, you're not actually moving the hips, you're rotating the torso. The torso is compensating. So you're not actually activating those hip flexors, and then you're not rotating through the socket if you move your body with it. Keep those hips forward. Good. So now let's take a little deep breath. Some of us might be burning through his hips, so let's take a moment. Basically, I want to finish off. Some of us really struggle with lunges. Some of us have a really hard time with that split stance position. So with the chair is a great way to work on that. So first things first, I'm going to show you from the side. We want to take a split stance position, okay, lunge position. Notice my back heel is up a little bit, that's fine. My front foot I want flat. And in a perfect world, I just want to dip straight down with my hips. So if you watch my hips, straight down, right back up. What we don't want to do is fall forward. We don't want to fall backwards. We just want to sink straight down, holding our chair for balance, and then driving straight back up and work on those hips. Sinking 90, coming right back up. Sinking 90, coming right back up. Basically, do this till you get tired. Yeah. Some of us that might be 5, some of us that might be 6. I'm going to just do like 6 or 7 for demonstration purposes. But honestly, do it till that side gets tired. As soon as that side gets tired, simply switch sides. Here you go. Other side, again, front foot flat. Back heel can be up. That'd be kind of difficult to see me from this angle. I'll do this. Yeah. Coming. Again, hips straight down, straight back up. Sink straight down, right back up. Okay? This is a great hip flexor stretch, and at the same time, basic body weight strength in those hips. Okay? And those are our 2 weak functions that develop from sitting for so much. And if you really want to maximize it out, we're pretty much done after this. Sink to the bottom, bring that arm up, and then go ahead and maximize that hip flexor stretch for a few seconds. And then same thing, other side. I'm going to drop the chair because obviously it doesn't work. Sink, and arm up. Maximize that hip flexor stretch for a few seconds. Come up. Should be feeling that through your hips and legs a little bit in a good positive way. Just take a deep breath. Allow the body to relax a little bit. Let's do that again. Breathe out. We should be feeling a little bit more refreshed. Definitely should feel a little improvement with those legs, hips. Honestly, do this as much as you can. A lot of simple, basic movements today with assistance. Great things to do 3-4 times a day just to keep things activated. Guys, thanks for joining me today. I will see you next week. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Get the most of it. Hope you guys all enjoy your 3 days. Have a good one. Bye-bye.